day to everyone. We are going to study today how to draft the basic pattern for our athletic shorts. The measurements needed in drafting the athletic shorts are the following: the outside length or the length of shorts, hips or seat, the bottom measurement, the crotch, and the waist. First step in drafting the pattern for athletic shorts, we are going to measure 2 inches from the top part and 2 inches from the left side of the pattern. So to measure, first we're going to measure 2 inches from the top part. 2 inches. Mark the 2 inches with dots. And after marking, we are going to join the dots to make it straight line. Next, we are going to measure again 2 inches from the left side of the pattern. 2 inches. Mark 2 inches. And then, we are going to join the dots to draw a straight line. Connect the broken lines. So, to locate A is the starting point. We are going to square line forward and downward. So, this will be letter A. Next step is letter A to B. AB is the outside length or the length of shorts. So from A, this is the part of letter B. So from A to letter B, we are going to measure the outside length or the length of shorts. The length of shorts that we are going to adopt is 13 inches. So A to B is 13 inches. This will be letter B. That is the length of shorts or the outside length. And then we are going to form a straight line inward. Before doing that, we are going to measure again from this part 13 inches to make it straight line. Draw a line forward. Next step, A to C is the crotch measurement. Crotch is 10 inches. So from A to C, we are going to measure 10 inches to locate letter C. And then, draw a line forward. Before going to draw a line forward, measure again 10 inches to have it a straight line. Next step is C to D. C to D is 1/3 seat on division. If we say 1/3 seat on division, we are going to use the L square. We are going to look for the 1/3 division of the L square. So this part here is the 1/3 division of the L square. 1/3 can be found at the long arm of the L square. So this is 1/3. We are going to look for the 1/3 seat on division of the hip or the seat measurement. Our seat measurement is 42. 42 divided by 2, because if we are going to use the L square, we are going to divide the measurement into 2. So 42 divided by 2 is 21. So we are going to look for 21 at the 1/3 division of the L square. So this is 18, 19, 20. This is 21. In short, this 21 here, up to this corner, is what we call the 1/3 sit-on division of 42 inches. So we are going to locate 21 at letter C to locate letter D. So this is 21, that is the 1/3 sit-on division of 42, and then mark it at the corner, that is letter D. Next step is D to E. D to E is 1/3 sit-on division. So E is some part here. We are going to measure again 1/3 sit-on division from D to E. Again, the same procedure, 21, because that is the half of the 42 inches of our seat. 21 from letter D, and then mark at the corner, that is our letter E. Next step, B to F. B to F is 1/3 sit-on division again. F can be found here. So we are going to measure again 1/3 sit-on division from letter B to letter F. Again, 21 from the 1/3 division, and mark it at the corner. This will be letter F. Next is A to G. A to G is 1/3 sit-on division. G can be found at the line of letter A. So letter A to G is 1/3 sit-on division. Again, we are going to locate 21 at letter A, and then mark it at the corner to locate letter G. So this will be letter G. Next step is G to H. G to H is equal to D to E. So G to H is on this part from line A. We are going to measure D to E to equal it from G to H. D to E is 7 1/4. D to H is 7 1/4 also. The same measurement. So this is letter H. Next step, FI. FI is on this part. I is on this part. So we are going to measure FI is equal to DE. Ibig sabihin, we are going to measure D to E and transfer it, the measurement, to F to I. So this will be letter I. Next step, connect points H, E, and I to form the front side. We are going to connect H, E, and I to form the front side. So that is already the front side of the athletic shorts. Next step is IJ. IJ is 1/2 of bottom measurements. So this is letter I. Some part here is letter J. We are going to measure 1/2 of the bottom measurement. The bottom measurement is 26. So if the bottom measurement is 26, we are going to divide it into 2. Bottom measurement is 13 inches. So 13 inches from letter I to letter J. So this will be letter J. Next step, connect points JC using a hip curve to form the front inseam. So we are going to connect J and C using the hip curve to locate or to shape the inseam. Okay, so that is J to C. Next step, C to K is 1/8 seat on division. C to K can be found here, some part here. So we're going to locate letter K on this part. We're going to measure 1/8 seat on division. So we're going to look for the 1/8 seat. 1/8 is at the short arm of the L square. So this is the 1/8 seat on division. So the seat is 42 divided by 2 is 21. So ibig sabihin, ang 21 ay nasa gitna ng 20 and 22. That will be the 1/8 seat on division from this part up to this part. So we are going to transfer that measurement from C to K. So that is letter K. Next step, KM or AL is equal to CK. AL. So L can be found at this part. So the measurement from A to L is the same measurement from C to K. So if C to K is 2.5, we are going to transfer it from A to L to 2.5. So this will be letter F. Next step, we are going to measure 3/4 inch outward from letter K. So this letter K to M, K to M is 3/4 inch. So we're going to measure 3/4 inch from K outward, 3/4, and that will be letter M. Okay? And next step, MN, connect LM with a line. We're going to connect letter L and M with a line. There you go. So that is the connection, the line from L to M. Next step, M to N is 2 inches upward. So, andito yung letter M. We are going to measure 2 inches from letter M to locate letter N. And then, the next step, connect points N to C using French curve to form the crotch of the athletic shorts. Okay, so that is N to C. So this is now our front pattern for our athletic shorts. This is now our front pattern. And the front pattern contains the following letters. Letter L, letter N, letter C, letter J, F, I, E, H, G, back to L. So that is the composition of our front pattern for our athletic shorts. After drafting the front pattern, we are now ready to draft the back pattern of our athletic shorts. First step, we are going to add the measurements from the left and the right side of the pattern to determine the back and the front part. First step, we are going to apply 1/2 inch from letter C outward to locate letter C1. So 1/2 inch outward. This point is C1. Next step is E to E1. E to E1 is 1/2 inch outward. This is letter E. We're going to measure 1/2 inch outward to locate E1. Next step, H to H1. H to H1 is 1/2 inch outward. So measure 1/2 inch from H to locate H1. Next step, I to I1 is 1/2 inch outward. So this is letter I. Measure 1/2 inch outward to locate I1. Connect H1, E1, and I1 with a straight line to form the back sides. So we are going to connect H1, E1, and I1 with straight line to locate the side of the back shorts. So that is now the back sides of the back shorts. Next step, we are going to locate J1 from J. So this is letter J. Measure 1/2 inch outward to locate J1. After locating J1, connect J1 to C1 using a hip curve to form the back AC. We are going to connect C1 to J1 using the hip curve to locate the back AC. Okay. Next step, L to L1 is 1 1/2 inch outward. We are going to measure 1 1/2 inches upward from letter L to locate L1. So this is letter L1. After locating L to L1, we are going to connect L1 to H1 to form the back waistline. So we are going to connect L1 to H1 using the hip curve to locate the back waistline. So that is L1. And then we are going to connect points L to L1, C to C1, and J1 to form the back pattern. So for this part, we are going to determine now the back pattern. Back pattern composes the letters L1, N to C1, C1 to J1, J1 to I1, I1 to E1, and E1 to H1, and back to L1. So that composes the back pattern. So this is the back pattern. Back. Back. Again, the composition of the back pattern is L1 to N to C1, J1, I1, E1, H1, and L1. In order to separate the front to back, you are going to trace this letter. We are going to trace this letter to separate the back and front. After drafting the front and the back pattern, we are now going to manipulate the pattern to separate the back part to the front part. First step, we are going to prepare our materials. First material is the carbon paper or the dressmaker's carbon paper. We are going to need 2. And then, we are going to use the tracing wheel that will transfer the mark to the other part of the pattern. First step, we're going to put the dressmaker's carbon paper at the middle of the patterns. And then, after putting the dressmaker's carbon paper at the middle of the pattern paper, we're going to trace the back pattern to transfer it at the other side of the pattern. In transferring, we are going to trace the marks. J to J1, C1 to N, up to letter L1. Then, L1 to the back waistline. Make sure that our carbon paper reaches the lines. For a straight line, in transferring straight line, it is advisable for us to use straight edges or the ruler. Straight line. We're going to see if the marks are visible at the other side of the pattern. Okay, so this is now our back pattern for our athletic shorts. After tracing, we are going to cut the back pattern and the front pattern, and we are going to join it at the sides. After tracing the back part, we are now ready to cut the front and the back separately. So for this part of the pattern, we are going to cut the front part. We're going to cut the front part, beginning from letter D, F, I to E, to H, J, C, to letter N, L, L to G, up to letter H. So this is now our front pattern. And then after cutting the front pattern, we will set aside the front pattern. And now, we are going to cut the back pattern. We're going to cut the back pattern. The one that we traced a while ago. So this is now the back pattern of our athletic shorts. be sure to cut the lines exactly at the cutting line. Okay, so this is now the back pattern and the front pattern. After cutting these two, we are going to join the sides. We're going to join the sides of the front and the back pattern. Like this one. We can use Scotch tape in joining these two edges. So the one that we are doing today is manipulating. We are manipulating the pattern to have our final pattern. Okay, we're going to join the sides using Scotch tape. Okay. After joining it with using Scotch tape, we are now through in manipulating the front and the back pattern for our athletic. This is the front pattern and this is the back pattern.